Imagine this. You've got a dead zone in your yard. Nothing's growing, and the HOA is breathing down your neck demanding green coverage. What do? Well, I decided to give them exactly what they asked for, and then some. Now, the entire neighborhood smells like mint, and the HOA is losing their minds. It all started when I got a violation notice from the HOA. I live in one of those cookie-cutter suburban developments where the HOA's job seems to be measuring grass height and counting dandelions. Behind my house is a steep slope. Bad soil gets destroyed by the sun, and nothing grows there. It looks like crap, but honestly, it's not my fault the builder graded it wrong. Then the HOA Compliance Committee, 3 retired ladies with clipboards, stepped in. They started sending me notices about insufficient green coverage and failure to maintain community landscaping standards. I explained that the slope was impossible to fix, but they didn't care. I either fix it or I get fined. So I threw money at the problem. I spent $200 on grass seed, it died. Then $300 on sod, it died. I even hired a landscaper for $800 who told me some places aren't meant to be green. More violations. One night, while browsing Reddit at 2 a.m., I came across a post for Bad Apples Double Mint Seed Bombs that claimed to solve impossible erosion problems. It sounded sketchy, but I was desperate. I spent $35 for 5 seed bombs. Here's where the magic happened. The violation notice specifically said I needed to establish green coverage using appropriate plant materials for erosion control. It didn't say what plants, just appropriate and green coverage. I did my homework, and it turns out mint is perfect for erosion control. It grows like crazy, has deep roots, and thrives in bad conditions. It technically checked every box. So on a Friday evening, I tossed those 5 seed bombs onto the dead zone like I was throwing grenades. Saturday morning, I emailed the HOA Compliance Committee and said, I've deployed professional-grade erosion control featuring premium mint varieties selected for aggressive establishment in challenging terrain. It sounded so official, and guess what? It actually worked. 6 weeks later, the dead zone was green as hell. Lush, thick mint covered everything. The compliance officer came by, and instead of sending me another violation notice, she actually complimented my creative landscaping solution. I was feeling pretty smug. But here's the twist. Mint doesn't respect property lines. By fall, mint started popping up in the common areas. Underground runners snuck under the fence and began colonizing the neighbors' yards. By spring, mint was everywhere, around mailboxes, along walking paths, and even in their fancy entrance landscaping. Here's the kicker. The HOA's own charter, Section 4.2.7, prohibits removal or disturbance of vegetation that originates from individual property owner plantings without explicit written consent. They couldn't touch the mint without breaking their own rules. The HOA hired 3 different landscaping companies. They all said the same thing. You've got mint now. Learn to love mojitos. The community Facebook group blew up. Half the posts were complaints about mint, and the other half were asking where to harvest it for cocktails. At the HOA's next meeting, there was a 20-minute debate about aggressive aromatic species management. They wanted to revise the charter, but they needed 75% homeowner approval, and everyone thought it was hilarious. Karen number 1 from the Compliance Committee now sends passive-aggressive emails about residents who deliberately introduce invasive species, but can't name names because it might create a hostile community environment. My neighbors? They love it. Free mint for everyone. The mailman said our street smells like a spa. I make mint juleps from the community mailbox area. The HOA wanted green coverage. Mission accomplished.